Please let me make it out of here alive.
I'm nervous I'm gonna have to get a new camera. It's kind of like a private event. Somebody said, Hunter, can you just get to the point and stop yapping? Good morning. I just finished a little beach session, got some gas. I'm gonna head home now and get ready for work today. Working 2 flights today, Tampa to Newark and then Newark to Savannah. I've never been to Savannah before. Shout out to the car that literally just pulled out right in front of me. Awesome. I'm excited about Savannah. Like I said, I've never been there, so it'll be interesting to see what the hotel is like, what they have there. We get in early, but it is a short layover, so I'm not sure really what I'll have time to do. We'll see though. I think my crew's cool. They're all super senior, but I just wanted to check in and say hello, good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Let's get this day started. So we just landed in Newark and I'm nervous I'm gonna have to get a new camera. I'm not sure though. I'm crossing my fingers that I don't have to because I really don't want to. I thought the announcements were gonna go off. I had my camera in my lunchbox and I put it in this like top compartment right here. Well, I had a pear in there and I guess it somehow got squished. I took my camera out of the bag. It was soaking wet and covered in pear juice and pear guts and everything. It was a little bit nasty, but my camera smells good. It smells like pears. So far, it seems like it's working. I'm crossing my fingers. I really don't want to have to get a new camera, but it would be a good excuse to get a new camera, but I don't want to. Anyways, we're in Newark now. We're here for the next like hour and 15 minutes. Then I have to go to the gate and then we do the one flight down to Savannah. The flight here was really good. I mean, I can't complain. It was super easy. I'm working purser on this trip, so I'm working first class. I'm the lead flight attendant. My crew is cool. They're all Tampa based. My pilot was actually from Pittsburgh and we have a couple mutual friends, so we were talking about that. And actually one of my mom's best friends is his friend. So that was just a weird coincidence, small world. You meet so many people at this job that you never expect to meet. And that's one of my favorite parts about it. I'm looking outside. The weather here is a little bit gloomy. My last captain said it was gonna storm. I don't see any rain yet. It doesn't look very nice outside. Hopefully the weather in Savannah is nicer. I'm sitting on one of these little cushion chairs right now. I don't really know why because there's perfectly fine chairs right there. This just seemed more fun. I am going to sit here for a little bit and answer some of your comments. I posted a video yesterday. If you don't know, I try my best to respond to all the comments on my YouTube videos. So I'm gonna take 20 minutes now and do that. And then I'm gonna head over to my next gate. Oh my gosh, you can actually see this is literally all from the pear guts. Like I didn't even know pears stained like that, but here we are. And this is my new lunchbox. So many of you asked me about this tag. I think it is so cute. Someone on Etsy made it for me. This was like 2 or 3 years ago now, and I was gonna promote her business on my YouTube channel and my Instagram, but she shut down her store like immediately after sending me this, so I never got the chance, and I feel bad because literally at least once a day somebody I work with asks where I got this. I feel like I'm a little late to the game with this, but these are my favorites. These are the True Fruit dark chocolate coconut melts. They are so good if you like coconut. Also, I do the True Fruit dark chocolate strawberries, the ones that come in the freezer. Unreal, so good. True Fruit, I love you. Now it's time to head over to the gate. We're in the new A terminal in Newark, so I wanted to show you just like a quick little montage of clips. It's really nice over here. The only thing is the train in Newark does not run to it yet, so you have to take a shuttle bus in between terminals, and that can be a little bit complicated, a little bit of a longer journey than most people want. So hopefully when the train is up and running, it'll be a lot smoother transition. Thankfully though, we landed in A and aren't leaving out of A. We just got to Savannah. This is the hotel. I've never been here before. I do like this chain of hotels though. I sat on the bed already, so don't think that it's just messed up. Hello from Savannah. I'm happy to report that my camera is still working. Not happy to report though that I'm in the middle of nowhere. I wanted to do something fun on this layover. It's so nice outside. I even asked the shuttle driver, I'm like, is there anything around here to do? And do you know what he said? He said there's a Waffle House. Yeah, so that's my big option to do. And then I was like, oh, it's so nice, I'll go to the pool. There is no pool here. So kind of a bummer on the layover, but also I really should stay in because I have to finish my online training. Every quarter, I think most airlines do this. So as a flight attendant, we have online training we have to do, and then I have recurrent training coming up in December, so I need to finish that. So I guess today would be the perfect day to do that. I really need to start my training, but I'm being so lazy. It's also sad because it's so nice outside. Like, a beautiful day. Hey Siri, what's the weather in Savannah?
It's currently clear and 81 degrees. Temperatures are heading down from 81 to 67 degrees tonight.
Oh, seriously the best weather. I'll show y'all when I go out later. There is literally nothing. There's a swamp. I remember the driver said there's a swamp. What am I gonna do in a swamp? It's giving Shrek. Also, I'm breaking out right here. Ugh, grrr, that just made me so mad. Oh my gosh, finally done. 2 hours later, I finished. I want to get outside because it is so nice. There's just really nowhere to walk though, but I want to get out of the room. I don't want to be in here all day. So let's see what we can do.
Literally like a dirt covered snow road. I was literally praying because I was thinking if like this tire goes out or something, I'm going to be on the side of the road and I'm going to have to leave the car here and walk and hitchhike until somebody sees me.
Yeah, and then what if they're like a kidnapper and there was nobody around?
On the main road there was, but not that dirt road. Please, I was like praying, please let me make it out of here alive.
Well, when I got to my hotel, I was like, oh, she hasn't texted me. Like, let me look and text her. And then I saw my first text you never delivered. And I was like, oh shit, like I hope she's okay. And then I called you and it went straight to voicemail. And I was like, oh, maybe she just like doesn't have service like in the mountains. And I was like, I got kind of nervous.
I didn't have service the whole time.
I just got off the phone with my cousin. That was so scary. She's on a layover in Boise and she drove like 3 hours north to go do this hike. And she rented a car and the only car they could give her was a Toyota Prius. So she was like, oh yeah, no big deal or whatever. Well, come to find out, she starts going up this mountain, she turns down this road and she gets like farther onto the road and it turns into like a solid sheet of ice. It's covered in snow. She had absolutely zero phone service because we share our location with each other. And when I got to my hotel today, I realized she hadn't texted me that she made it to the base point of her hike. So I thought that was a little weird. And then I realized that my last message never sent to her. So I went and checked her location and said it stopped tracking her location 3 hours ago and it was on some highway. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but you know, she's going up in the mountains. There's probably not good cell reception there or whatever. So I try to stay calm and like a couple more hours go by and I'm like, I haven't heard from her. This is weird. I keep trying to call her. It goes straight to voicemail. And then I'm thinking like, well, maybe she put her phone on airplane mode to like conserve the battery while she's hiking. I don't know. I was trying to find like anything to like ease my anxiety. Finally, I get a hold of her and she basically tells me, oh my gosh, I got on this road and it was so hard for the car because it's obviously a Prius and she wasn't expecting it to turn into like the dirt road. She thought it was going to be like the main road to the at least the base of the hike, but it turned into this dirt road and it was snowing. So she was freaking out, like praying she didn't get stuck. She's trying to turn herself around to get back to the main road. She said there's nobody for miles because it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell phone service, so God forbid something happens. She's stuck out there with no way to contact anyone. Yeah, so we were just talking for a little bit. I'm gonna head outside now. I just thought I would fill you in on what that little gossip sesh was about. I can't remember if I mentioned this to you guys earlier, but when I asked if there was anything around here, the guy was like, there's a swamp. I've found the so-called swamp, and I guess I'm just gonna stand here now and try not to get eaten by an alligator, because what else would you do, I guess? I'm not gonna go in it. You couldn't pay me to go in it. Here it is. It's not really giving me a swamp vibe. It's kind of giving me like a lake vibe, but this is the part of Savannah we're staying in. I don't want to say this is Savannah. I just realized I'm on the wrong side of the road. That side has a sidewalk. This side does not. Ta-da! There she is in all her glory. It's crazy to me because we have so many Waffle House in Florida, but I really never go to them. I feel like the only time I go to a Waffle House is like after a night out. And then I went with my friends like once or twice for breakfast. And low-key, their food is actually pretty good. I love their hash browns with cheese. Chef's kiss. Literally what I'm looking forward to so much right now. I think I might be the only person here though. I only see 2 cars in the parking lot. It's kind of like a private event. That Waffle House was actually not as good as I remember, but still good. I'm not a huge syrup person. I kind of prefer plain waffles, to be honest. But I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put syrup on them today. My own fault. I should have known better. Just not a big syrup person. And people always think I'm so weird for that. They're like, you eat plain pancakes? Yeah, I do. Or I put blueberries in them. Duh. Never really a syrup person, though. I'm gonna get ready for bed now. Have to be up kind of early. We're gonna get up at 4:15, and then I'll also do one at 4:20, just in case. Good morning. Good morning. So early. I just have to throw on my uniform and then we're gonna head downstairs. The weirdest thing happened while I was in the shower this morning. So you see how it has like the glass sliding door? It's staying perfectly still right now. It was perfectly fine the whole time I'm in the shower. Then I turned my back to it, and while I was facing away, I don't know what happened, but I turned around and the door was wide open. I was like, what was that? A little weird, a little weird. I'm just saying, it's a little weird. Anyway, 2 flights today. We go from Savannah back to Newark and then Newark to Tampa. We're home by like 1:45, which is super nice because most of my trips in Tampa come back really late. So getting home before 2 is awesome. I love it. I do have another trip tomorrow. I'm going to Cincinnati. So when I get home, I have to immediately just like wash my clothes, repack everything, and get ready for tomorrow. I wonder what time I have to be at the airport. I hope it's not like super early. 8 a.m. check-ins are fine. It's the 6 a.m. ones. Oh. 6:06, I gotta be there. Ew. My trip tomorrow's a little gross, but you know, it's fine. We'll make the best of it. Flying with John, so that's always fun. Oh, and I forgot. I actually been to work first class galley next month. I feel like we've talked about this several times now on my channel. Not my favorite position, but my goal in November is to like the position more. I've been flying in the back galley for months now. I need a break. I'm tired of that position. I need some variety, so we're gonna try out the first class galley. It is 4:40 right now. I have to be downstairs in 20 minutes. I got a comment yesterday, it just reminded me. Somebody said, Hunter, can you just get to the point and stop yapping? Yes, sir. So I'm gonna stop yapping and start getting ready. Phew, made it with 10 minutes to spare. I was really rushing and I was starting to get a little bit nervous.